The arrows came first. Not one or two, not a warning shot, but a full storm cutting through the violet air. Captain ELENA Rice had faced plasma bursts, boarding actions, vacuum fires for 11 years with the Terran Coalition fleet. But she had never imagined dying on a world she could barely pronounce. Shielding alien children with her own body, the planet was listed as Velera 9 on the survey charts. Blood-red ferns. Black trunk trees that bled amber sap when cut. The sky stayed in permanent dusk, streaked with faint auroras. Its people were the VARR in apex predators. 7 feet of dense muscle. Slit pupils that adjusted fast. Claws that folded back like knives. Hearing sharp enough to follow a heartbeat in darkness, they had joined the Galactic Accord 3 cycles earlier. Their elders spoke of honor and restraint. But old instincts did not vanish because treaties were signed. ELENA was assigned as a liaison officer. On paper was easy duty. Watch a cultural exchange. Prevent misunderstandings. Smile for the holocauns. Someone back on Terra joked it was a vacation. Then the Fracture group hit. They called themselves the Red Howl, a militant Varan faction that hated the Accord. To them, alliance meant weakness. Cooperation meant shame. And the worst sin was raising Varan younglings under soft law. Instead of the raw rule of the hunt, they attacked during the rite of first. Dang, it was a festival day. Varan cubs proved courage in forest trials, while clans watched from carved stone rings. ELENA was walking the outer grounds with Speaker Joran, the Accord envoy, when the first screams echoed through the trees. Then the screaming spread. Conversation died mid-sentence. Birds exploded from the canopy. Drums stopped. The air went heavy, like the forest was holding its breath. Shadows burst from the red ferns. Red Howl warriors. They wore bone charms and wore paint, not Accord insignia. They carried bows made from dark horn and sinew. Their arrows were tipped with barbed stone. They were not here to talk. They were here to leave a message. Security tried to respond. The escort formed a line and raised stun carbines. For a moment, ELENA thought it might hold. Then the forest swallowed the perimeter. The Red Howl knew every hollow and hidden run. Within minutes, the line broke. ELENA ran. She fired twice, dropped one attacker, and the rest vanished again. Her cum crackled, then died when she hit a tree and the casing split. The festival grounds disappeared behind her. The chants became distant. All that remained was her breathing, her sidearm, and the sound of pursuit. She was alone. Then she heard it a whimper. ELENA followed it into a narrow ravine, half hidden by ferns. 3 Varan cubs huddled there, pressed to the rock. Their trial leathers were torn. One had blood on his muzzle. The smallest trembled so hard his claws clicked against stone. They were children. The eldest rose when ELENA stepped closer. Bright amber eyes, a nicked ear, small claws sliding out on instinct. "Stay back," he snapped in rough common. "Human. Do not come." ELENA raised both hands, empty. "I'm not here to hurt you," she said. "I heard you. I came." The cub's ears flattened. "We do not need soft protection. We are Varan. We hunt." ELENA kept her voice steady. "You are kids, and someone is trying to kill you." Behind her, the pursuit got closer. War cries. Drawn bowstrings. Fast feet in the ferns. The ravine was a trap. It narrowed to a dead end. Rock walls too steep to climb quickly. One opening. A tight gap. Barely 4 feet wide. ELENA did the math. One body could block it, not forever, but long enough. She stepped into the opening and turned her back to the cubs. The eldest stared. "What are you doing?" ELENA used her command voice. "Behind me," she ordered. "All of you, press the back wall. Do not move." They obeyed, breathing fast, pressed tight together. ELENA planted her boots and spread her arms wide. Filling the gap, her armor was made for burns and shrapnel, not arrows. The ceramic plates might stop some. The seams would not. The Red Howl appeared. At the ravine edge, 8 of them, Their leader stepped forward, a tall female with gray streaking her muzzle. She knocked an arrow. "Move," she said. "This is Varen blood business." ELENA did not step aside. "These are children under accord protection," ELENA said. "You do not touch them." The leader's lips pulled back. "Then you die with them." ELENA felt the cubs press close behind her. She lifted her chin. "Try," the leader released. The first volley hit. The arrows fell like rain. One punched into Lena's shoulder. Pain flashed hot. She locked her knees. Another struck her thigh. Her leg went numb. A third shattered on her chest plate. A fourth found a gap under the armor and sank into soft flesh. ELENA drew a harsh breath behind her. The eldest cub's voice broke. "She is bleeding. Human. Move. We can run." ELENA coughed. "Tasting iron, no." Another volley came. Some arrows struck armor and bounced away. Others found gaps. ELENA's vision swam. But she stayed in the gap, because if she fell back, the arrows would reach the cubs. The red howl paused to reload. The leader tilted her head at ELENA. "Why do you stand?" she demanded. "You are not pack. You are nothing to them." ELENA forced a small smile. "They are behind me." The leader narrowed her eyes. "So," ELENA's voice stayed low and firm. "So I do not move." The next volley slammed into her. ELENA's legs buckled. She dropped to her knees, but she wedged herself into the opening anyway. Arms still wide. Body still blocking the gap. Pain blurred into one long roar. But she held. Then a new sound rose in the distance. Engines, coalition dropships. The red howl heard it. Heads turned. The leader looked at ELENA one last time. "You should be dead," she whispered. ELENAS, hearing faded. The world narrowed to breath behind her, cold dirt below. Her last thought was simple. Whole darkness took her, and the last thing she heard was the eldest cub. Quiet and amazed. "She did not move," he said. The human did not move. ELENA woke 3 days later under white lights, a medical bay. Clean air. Soft machines. A doctor stood beside her bed. "You took 41 arrow wounds," he said. 15 should have been fatal. "We rebuilt tissue and reinforced bone. You lived because you refused to collapse." ELENA tried to laugh. But it came out as a painful breath when she was strong enough. Visitors came. The door slid open. The eldest cub stepped in. Behind him stood 2 adult Varen, formal and still, but the cub approached alone. In his hands was a bundle, wrapped in crimson cloth. He stopped at Lona's bedside and lowered his head. "My name is Raycon," he said. "I was the one who growled at you." ELENA managed a small smile. "You did fine, Raycon," Raka, and unwrapped the cloth. At a ceremonial blade lay inside. A dark metal etched with clan marks. "My people say true strength is not in the hunt," Rakan said. "It is in the stand." He placed the blade into ELENA's hands. "You are not soft to us now," he said. "You are Vamri, shield of the young, mother of the brave." ELENA looked at the blade, then at him. "I just did what anyone should do," she whispered. Raycon shook his head. "No." His voice was steady. "You did what only a human does," he said. "When the arrows fell like rain, you did not move." ELENA closed her fingers around the blade, in a galaxy of hunters and prey. She understood the truth. Being human was choosing to become the wall, the shield, the line that does not break. The arrows had fallen like rain, and she had not moved. Asterisk, asterisk, if you enjoyed this story. Subscribe to Neon Cub Tales right now. New HFY stories drop here, and you do not want to miss the next one. Hit the like button if Lena Stan gave you chills. Comment your favorite moment, and tell me. Would you have stood there to share this video with a friend who loves HFY and sci-fi stories? Subscribe to Neon Cub Tales? Join the pack?